Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys, we're here today to talk about The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 12, episode 17, The Girl with the Diamond Earrings. I'm about to have a few unpopular opinions, guys, so get ready, buckle up. But yeah, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you. And everyone else, like, comment, subscribe, or not even just everyone else, like just everyone, period. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get going. All right, guys, so we start out and we are at Kyle's. It's the next morning. We're at Kyle's house. Her and Brenna come down for coffee, and Brenna looks a mess, y'all. Her face, ooh, it looked like somebody, bam, hit her with the ugly stick. That's not nice, but she don't even look amazing with makeup, but she needs a little something. I don't know. I can't, but let me move on. So they talk about stevia, and then suddenly, just out of nowhere, Kyle is talking about her sisters. What's her sister? Y'all know I'm terrible with names. Her sister, Kathy Hilton's shoes, and the fact that she came and she said she sent a picture to Nikki in Paris, and I'm like, this bitch just love name dropping her nieces. Like, who do you know that's just all up their own nieces' asses like that? Like, just really want to be friends with their nieces. I love my nieces like they're my own. However, I'm not gonna keep saying their names for clout. I'm sorry. Like, she is just ridiculous. Rena then asks if this face roller is hers or if it's Sutton's, and while she's rolling her face, yeah, I don't know, something about it just feels nasty to me. Like, that just feels nasty to me. Like, I don't know, when you roll it, does it like exfoliate skin or anything? I don't know. I just wasn't with it. But you guys, it's so funny to hear Rena say that Diana was really mean last night. Like, she was really, I was going to say on one. We know Lisa Rinna did not say, oh, she was really on one. No, she just pretty much made it seem like she was kind of out of control. And she's like, but she's in pain and it comes out as rage. And I feel like she's only identifying that to justify her own rage and bad behavior. Because I just don't understand why nobody would call Diana out at the time. Like, nobody, especially Kyle, oh my God, son, watch your mouth. Why would you not tell Diana, okay, you've gone too far? Why is it only Giselle? And Cherie, listen, no hope. We not even waiting on you to say shit no more. We're just not. I actually forgot she was there until she started saying something. She put something unimportant in the air, but Erika comes up and we find out that the other girls are going skiing. So half of the group is going skiing, half is going snowmobiling, and she is doing the snowmobile because she says she's already had 3 knee surgeries. She doesn't want to make it a 4th. Y'all, Kyle is just so nasty. Like, when she came up, she's like, do we have on the same slippers? And when she pulled her foot up over the table twice, it did not look anything like Erika's goddamn slippers. So what is she talking about? She's just nasty. Why would you keep putting your freaking foot over? It was her own coffee, but still, she's just nasty. I would never eat at Kyle's house. Honestly, between her and the dogs, no thanks. All right, so we finish off this scene with Kyle saying that Sutton is cool one-on-one, but for some reason when she's around the group, she is a totally different person, and she finds herself thinking, oh my God, I can't figure her out. And Erika's like, oh my God, yes, she is just like that. Like, one-on-one, she's fine. In a group, and then of course Rena agrees, and then Kyle says that excuse me, and my thought on that is, of course she's going to be different when she has everybody. Like, she has to be on the defense all the time. Every time she's around them in a group, everybody's coming at her from every angle. They don't just do the one-on-one. They don't even just be smart and tag team different, like, dinners. Like, damn, just be like, I'm gonna get her next time. You go ahead and get her, and then you get her the next time we go to dinner. You get her at lunch. Like, fuck is y'all doing? Always double teaming her, triple teaming her, like, all the time. She has to be on the defense. So yes, she has to be different, and I'm okay with that sudden. And then Kyle had the nerve to call her a mean girl. Because she unfollowed Erika. Yeah, she should have unfollowed Erika a long time ago. Like, why are you just now unfollowing her? Her behavior was terrible long time ago. You should have definitely been unfollowed her. So the fact that her and Giselle got together and was like, we're gonna unfollow them. Is it petty? Sure. But can they be petty? Sure. Do it. Do it. Fuck these ladies. Like, honestly, fuck them. And so that's pretty much how they leave it. Colin and Renna's like, it's so high school. Y'all just want to pop her in her big ass lips. I just do. All right. So then we have Cherie. Sudden, and Cherie does not say a word. She doesn't utter one word, you guys. We have her, Sudden, and Garcelle in the van, and they're talking about how, Sudden says she's not there to come cry, fight, or anything. She's just trying to ski. She just want to have a good time. And they were like, well, good luck with that, because we got to pick up our non-friend, Erika. And, I'm going to tell you, I feel like the ladies were talking about so much about how Sudden is different around the group. I feel like all these ladies are different one-on-one. All of them, including Erika. The fact that, first of all, big up to Erika for even going. You going with a group of girls that don't really care for you. Like, okay, that's kind of in your face. I'm not mad at it, though. I just feel like she's doing it because she really wants to be Giselle's friend. Garcelle's friend. She really does. You can't tell me no different. And we'll talk about it more later, but I feel like that's why she wanted to go, because she gets to be a little sweeter, a little kinder when she's not in front of the other girls. So, pot and kettle. Okay. You guys, listen, warning. I'm going to be doing a lot of cursing. Sorry. So if that's not your shit, then this is not going to be your video, because Kyle gets on my goddamn nerves. She goes to wake up Kathy, and her sister, first of all, is in a bunk bed. She's on the lower bunk. It looks horrible, twin size, but she's doing it with her little flowery old lady pillows and stuff. So she wakes her up like we're going skiing, and I'm like, you are totally dressed and ready to go. You obviously didn't want your sister to go. Like, y'all not gonna wait for her, so you wait until the last minute to let her know y'all leaving. Kyle is on some bullshit this episode with her sister, and I can understand why they don't really fuck with her. I'm sorry, I really see it now. But she's talking to her about skiing, and Kathy is just like, where am I supposed to put my clothes? And I was like, okay, unless it's editing, way to go ahead and just get to the point of what you want to talk about. But, excuse me, I'm not mad at her, because she's like, okay, then I'll move some things so you can put your clothes in. And she's like, you told me you were going to do that. So Kyle is just a liar, which means when she invited her or whatever, it was like, oh, I'll make room in the closet, and she never did. And now you want to sound like you are just being put out. I'll make room. How much room do you need? Bitch. Ugh. So she ends up telling her, she got the dog with its face just all up in Kathy's face, big ass nasty dog. And she's telling her, don't let the dog out. When you close the door, close it all. Like, she talks to her like she's 12 years old. And I don't know. I don't like Kathy. You guys, when I say I don't like these people, because I always said, well, I didn't always say, but I said I was going to try to stop saying that, because I guess they're characters, or, maybe this is just their, persona that they're doing online, on TV or whatever. I don't know. So I don't have anything personally against any of these people, but I just don't like the way they come off. Kyle, okay, scratch all of that I just said. I don't really like her, for real. I don't like Kathy. But I just feel like Kyle was treating her like total shit this entire episode. So we'll get more into it, but Kyle ain't shit, y'all. Oh, also, before I move on, we also found out that Dorit left at midnight and went to stay with Diana. And she did it because she said she felt safer in the hotel. And Dorit is also full of shit. She really, really is. I just feel like she didn't want to be with the other group. Like, your whole group is over here, which is kind of shitty if you think about it. Like, y'all could have let that girl sleep on the couch or something. If she's part of the crew, why y'all put her with the other crew? That's kind of foul. But I feel like that is the whole reason why she wanted to go somewhere else. and she did not want to be with the other girls. Like, I feel like she feel like that's the B squad. She wasn't trying to be with the B squad and the outcasts or whatever, because Dorit ain't shit either. Yeah, and the nothing that Cherie actually offered is actually hilarious. She tells Sutton not to go into it looking at her as a non-friend. Just go in and have fun. Just have fun. She's a non-factor. Just have fun. I'm like, no, 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 no. You're a non-factor. You have fun. Fuck out of here. All right, I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time here, but the girls make a scheme, and Rena has on the cutest. Now, I always say I'm not a Gucci girl, but she has on the cutest North Face Gucci like puffer jacket, parka or whatever. So cute. What's her name? Dorit has on everything Fendi all the way down to her helmet. Is it? Yeah, it's a helmet. And guess who looks like the Grinch? Diana comes walking up in a furry green number, and she looks a hot ass mess all the time. This broad cannot dress for nothing. I don't care how much money she has. She always looks like shit. She is probably worse than Giselle, you guys. Honestly, like, I am thinking back to all of her name brand, very designer jogging outfits and all that. Like, she be looking a mess. But they're all there to go skiing. Dorit hasn't skied in 20 years. Okay, fine. And Crystal is there, but she just looks like Crystal. Yeah, the way Diana talks is so nasty. She's just like, I think it's the laugh after everything she says. I grew up and I didn't hate self-taught how to ski, and my dad was just bought me skis and said, go for it. What? What is so funny? And I can understand you. Yeah, so Mauricio shows up, and Kyle is like, hi, honey. And she turns her head, gives him a kiss, and then Dorit, hi, honey. And he looks at her like he's ready to go in and give her a kiss. And I didn't really know anything about the rumors, you guys, about him and Dorit, but again, I wouldn't put it past him, because he already let PK know that he would pick Dorit over any of these other women. Like, he chose her twice. Until PK said, listen, we're not talking about our wives. Take them out of it. Because everything was, yeah, I would pick Dorit. Dorit's dress. Dorit. And I'm just like, damn. But looking at it, he looked at her kind of in a way, y'all. All right, so now it's lunchtime for everybody. So we're just going to sum up the skiing with everybody can ski. Dorit, again, it's been 20 years. She ended up falling. I just really wanted a lot of them to hit a tree, and I know that's not nice, but Lord forgive me. Nobody hit a tree, though, unfortunately. And Garcelle and them, they sit down, and they're discussing what happened last night. Sutton is saying how, Diana was real, she was harsh. And Erika is obviously there to, kind of smooth things over and say, what's her name side? Diana's side. Oh no, she just, something pretty much triggered her, this and that. And I'm like, girl, shut the hell up. Like, if you're here to defend her, you can just walk back, okay? But it looks like Garcelle agreed and was like, yeah, she was triggered. I don't give a shit what she was, because I forgot on my last review to say how, oh my God, how disgusted I was with the fact that Diana screamed out, oh, she didn't tell anybody about her 2 abortions, but like she was telling on her. And I'm sorry, something just felt real bad or real off about her screaming out that this lady had 2, not abortions, I'm sorry, miscarriages. And I was just like, for her to be screaming that out like she's telling on her or like she's one-upping her, I would fuck Diana up. I don't want to swear to God. I would, though. I'm telling you. This lady, I cannot stand the sight of her. But I'm backtracking. So we're back at lunch. I mean, lunch is fine. It's fine. You guys, so Garcelle says that she would never be friends with, she says in her confessional, she would never be friends with Diana if it were her, because you can't cut somebody that deep and be that low and think that you can just make up for it. And Sutton is just like, listen, I'm not apologizing to her again. And Erica again is just kind of defending her and being like, well, she was stuck in the moment. And she goes on this whole tangent about how she does it too. She's arguing with people on Instagram and she really shouldn't, but she's just stuck in the moment. Yeah, stuck in the moment. And she kept saying it and like shaking her head. Yeah, like that's a huge, like she really said something deep. And they were all looking at her like, what are you talking about? And Garcelle literally just says, okay, so Erica's gonna be, she's gonna be at the dinner tonight. Like she totally just dismisses everything that Erika said. And I was actually here for it. All right, so Sutton says she would rather sit next to Erika, and Erika's like, and she's like, I like you just fine. We just need to work it out. And she does this little laugh, and that is not something that she would say in front of the other women. I'm sorry, I just don't think she would. Like, as soft as she be acting when she's not around them, she does not do that when she's around them. So we have a scene with Kyle and Crystal, and they're getting ready, and they're talking about the earrings. And oh my God, is she wearing them? Oh my God, I wouldn't even want them because, the way you got them, they're like ill-gotten gain. Don't you think so? Yeah, like I just couldn't do it. And I'm gonna save my opinion because get ready, it's not gonna be popular, you guys. Yo, Kathy is so stupid. First of all, she is at dinner with them, but she looks so disheveled. Like she looks like she did not put a comb through that hair. She did not. Sutton, I don't know why she's always wearing dresses that she can't walk in, but her dress, she can't walk in, it's too tight, she can't move or whatever. It's ridiculous. Second time that I've noticed that she's done that. And she sits down across from Kathy, and Kathy is like, oh, you can wear that with your little boobs or whatever. She's like, anybody else, it would look vulgar, somebody with big boobs. And Sutton is like, do I look vulgar? And she's like, no, I'm just saying if it was on Nikki or Paris. Oh my God, do I have to hear their names again in this show? And Crystal says, well, if I wore it, it would look vulgar. And she's like, no, it wouldn't. And then Kathy looks at Sutton and she goes, I love you. Because yes, it was a little, it was offensive unless that's your real friend. Like if y'all friends like that, you can get that shit off. I mean, why would you get upset because somebody said, listen, your your dress would be a mess if you had big boobies or what, like that's not a big deal. But I guess because they're not friends like that, Sutton did look definitely offended. Well, she tried to look hurt, but I'm like, Sutton, get off of it. Like everything doesn't hurt your feelings, sis. Stop. So Erika is sitting next to Garcelle, and she turns to her and says, I had a really good time with you today. Thank you for that. And she's like, yeah, I had a good time too. And this is why I say she would like to be friends with Garcelle. And it's only because you guys know the whole, the old saying, if you stand up to your bully or whatever. And Erika, believe it or not, she tries to bully people. But she really only tries to bully people that she knows she can bully. She didn't really try to bully Garcelle because she knows she can't. But she was getting ahead of herself. And Garcelle was just like, okay, since you want to go there a little bit, I'm done with you. And that kind of threw her off, I'm sure. So I feel like she really wants to be her friend. And okay, but we get to talking about what Diana is wearing. Ugh. And they ask her, is it Balenciaga or something? She's like, no, it's Harry Mugler, somebody Mugler. I should know that, right? I was actually wrong on every account. It's Terry Mugler. And what's her name? Kathy starts talking about, do you know how much Terry Mugler I have? It's in storage. She looks like a homeless lady, guys. She really does. Like, she looks a hot ass mess. And I just noticed the clip or barrette or whatever that she has in her hair that she did not comb. And she's talking about she feels like they're still in storage at the Wardolph and they didn't tear it down, so it's probably still there. Erika's like, we should go through it. And I'm like, Erika is now a begonia. Like, all she does is beg for stuff. And who else says we should go through it? I think it's Garcelle that's like, yeah, we should go there. So Erika starts saying how she has this McQueen code and she has all this stuff, and she's talking to Garcelle about listen, you know, the good thing about moving is that you find so much stuff. And she's like, I have so much stuff. And I don't know who she's talking to sitting across from her, but she just continues on with all of this stuff that she has in these bags. And I can bring them out right now. I can. And in the confessional, Garcelle is like, yo, like, what are you talking about? You don't understand that right now is not a good time for you to be talking about everything that you have. And I'm going to have to agree with that. So I guess while Erika is talking about all this stuff she has, Garcelle finds it okay to turn to her and say, you know, what does $750,000 earrings look like? And she's like, honey, they're 1.3. Hilarious that she's so stupid. I don't even think she's stupid. She knows what she's doing. And she said total value because Garcelle is like, a piece? Girl. And she's like, no, total value. And apparently she has them there because she's like, I'll show them to you. I'm not going to go back and forth with their back and forth because it's going to happen again. So we'll talk about it then. But basically, Garcelle is asking her, do you feel like you should give them back? And she's like, well, if they're deemed not mine and, you know, I have to give them back, I'll give them back. Well, don't you just want to give them back? No, if they're deemed not mine, then I'll give them back. So again, I'm not going to keep going back and forth. That was their back and forth. And then Garcelle says that because of the way Erika's acting, she don't feel like she want to really warn her about what was said on the talk show, the Real or whatever, about her. So she's like, oh, okay. And you could tell she's getting mad and upset with Erika. Like, okay, then I'm good. We're good. And my whole thing is this with Garcelle. You don't have to like what she's saying. That's fine. You don't have to agree with her. But all that, okay, then I'm good. Why? What's the point of it? Like, just stop talking to her if you're done talking to her. But why are you so pissed off that you are so in your feelings? Like, I'm sorry. I know everybody loves Garcelle, and I don't dislike Garcelle. I just feel like at times she be doing way too much. Like, stuff that is not her business, she be really, really invested in. And that's my issue with Garcelle. And again, I don't know if it's her doing like Kyle and trying to make good TV or what, but I just feel like she is just very emotional about other people's stuff. All right, so we're actually not going to leave it here because they're going back and forth, and Garcelle is saying, well, I wouldn't want them. How could you still want them if you know you have something that can help? Erika's like, are they stolen? And she's like, well, I don't know. And she's like, they're not stolen. And how fucking dare you say something like that to me? And everybody is looking like, oh, you can see that Rena and Diana have smirks on their faces. And actually, so does Cherie. Y'all go back and look at it. Cherie does her face like, ooh, and she like pulls her head into the camera over where Diana is. And she's smirking too. Like, it's too much. Like, whose team are you on? Like, why do you not have your girls back? I don't know, Cherie. But okay, I may as well just let my unpopular opinion out now because Garcelle told her it's not, you know, saying that you're guilty if you do it. It's just saying that here I have empathy. And I don't agree with that, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. Now, I'm not saying that Erika is right in anything that she did. I even think she probably knew what was going on and everything. So I am in no way saying what Erika did was right, but right now they are in litigation. As somebody who has been, of course, not a lawyer, but in my jobs, you know, what I do or whatever, I've had to go to court a lot. And so I know some things. About the law and everything. And I just feel like, and we're talking about public opinion, the court of public opinion. So when she said that later on in the episode, yes, she's right. And if she gives that over, she can't win. She's in a no-win situation, first of all, with court of opinion, public opinion. You guys, if she gives it over, everybody's gonna be like, oh, she's admitting she just feels guilty. That's why she's doing it. And then if she doesn't give it over, it's like, oh, you're so foul because you're not giving it over. No, if we're in litigation right now and everything is in court, then we will do whatever the court says. I'm not going outside of it in no kind of way. So I am not mad at the fact that she said, no, I'm not giving them back. Now, all this other stuff about what I have and all that or whatever, yeah, that's, you know, that's no good. But I don't agree that she should have turned those earrings over, especially not right now while there is still an active case going on. But this is also why I feel like Erika should not be on this show. You have a very serious situation going on in court. Like, this is your life. And anything that you say, they are dissecting all this shit. They really are, trust me. And anything that you say can and will be held against you. So why are you on this show even taking chances? So we'll get to the next scene and the fact that she went way too far. She did. But again, I don't agree that she should give those earrings back unless she is told by the court to do anything. Don't move until the court tells you you should move and do something. All right, y'all. And before we leave this table, Kyle has to point out the fact that Kathy is using a terrible, like, shopping bag type of cloth bag as her purse. And Kathy is like, I have bags. And I'm like, Kyle, what is your point? Like, honestly, Diana, look at this. Here, touch it, touch it. She told Renna. Renna was like, no, no. And I'm just like, y'all know good and goddamn well this lady has money. And like Kathy said, they were just too dressy. I wasn't wearing them to Aspen. Like, she shit it all on Kyle's Aspen. Aspen is a chic place. Well, Kathy Hilton doesn't give a shit about Aspen, okay, obviously. And that is why she can wear slippers through the airport and she can use a shopping bag as her bag, knowing she has the shit, though. Like, don't act like she can't put that shit on, Kyle. Nah, I don't know if she really can or not. I'm sure she has designer stuff, though. But I don't know if she be putting it on. You know what I mean? But I just can't understand why Kyle is constantly shitting on Kathy this whole entire time. And then as soon as her sister stopped speaking to her, she has an issue with it. But no, Kyle is trash, you guys. Kyle is not a great person at all. She is very trashy. Like, she is a shitty person. And I am not mad at them for not talking to her because no thanks, sister, with all this. Like, why are you bringing attention to this? Even though it's petty, but the fact, if you just keep piling on everything that she keeps saying about her constantly, and it's like, why? And she's just laughing about it like it's a joke or whatever. And maybe it is, but me and my sisters don't get down like that. Like, if I'm gonna mess with them about something, I'm gonna mess with them and leave it at that. And it'll be real quick. It's not gonna be a constant jab, jab, jab. Ugh, Kyle. All right, so the ladies make it back to the rental. And yeah, when they put in the driveway, there's absolutely no snow. So who is it that asked, does this mean that the driveway is heated? I can't remember who asked, but was it Erika? I can't remember who asked, but Crystal was like, yeah, that's what it means. This rich people shit right here. And I was like, yes, ma'am. Again, Sutton couldn't get out the car because of her dress. She's ridiculous with that. They get there, Renna, and first of all, when they walk into the rental was so much better than Kyle's house. I'm sorry, these women, and you could tell Kyle and them walked in like, holy crap, this place is beautiful, because it is. And Renna is like, everybody's putting on their cozies, and actually, nobody did. Did Garcelle change? She may have changed, but she gives her something to wear, and Erika is like, why would you take off your Tom Ford to put that on? Erika is so freaking materialistic. She is. It's so funny. But, and the fact that she just keeps bringing it out, and she don't care, y'all. But Renna has these muffins with weed or whatever, and of course she does. Like, Renna is probably always on something because she acts like she's always on something. All right, so again with the shittiness to Kathy, she gives a big old speech about her vodka that she is an investor in, and I feel like we should all do a bottoms up. And they're all like, first of all, while she's talking, Kyle is talking and making fun of her and doing little things, and she's like, Kyle, and she's just not looking amused, and I wouldn't either, because Kyle, what is wrong with you? Like, I feel like something's wrong with Kyle, for real. Maybe, but in this instance, she was just laughing or whatever. Like, maybe she had some of that muffin, but it wasn't funny. Like, quit shitting on your sister, Jesus. So, she tells them she wants them to take a shot of that, her tequila. Sutton don't like tequila. She likes vodka. Renna real quick says no. Erika says no. Last time I had tequila, I cussed out Garcelle's son. It's not a good idea. So she just left walking away with her little bottle. And I'm like, that's so rude. I don't care a whole heck of a lot because, again, it's Kathy, but it was rude. And it starts off with Kyle. You guys, people will follow, especially these ladies, they will follow your lead. And if Kyle held her sister to a different regard and she was very respectful of her like she was last year, the women were very respectful of Kathy. But now that Kyle is shitting on her like she is no one, the women are following Kyle's lead. And I feel like Kyle is so shitty for that. Like, honestly, you are having these women and you're okay with these women treating her like trash because that is what you're doing. So it all starts from Kyle. So Garcelle is over at the bar talking to Dorit, Diana, and Crystal. Wrong people, wrong road, wrong road. Like, why would you be sitting over there talking to Diana and Dorit about Erika? And she's talking to them about dinner and the fact that she feels like she doesn't want to return the earrings. They should go through the legal system. I agree. And Diana is like, why should you really do that if you're so concerned about the earrings? Then go ahead and donate your earrings. Why won't you just donate your earrings? And I'm like, oh, why are you talking to her and Dorit about this lady? So Kyle is just like, oh, she was very open. Not Kyle. Garcelle, she was very open at dinner. She's very open. Erika, come here, because we're talking about you, and I don't want it to be behind your back. Come here. Again, Garcelle being way too invested in the bullshit. All right, so Erika comes over. It's the same conversation again, and now this time we have Crystal saying, I just feel like where's the compassion or whatever? And she's like, so you think I don't have compassion because I haven't given anything up or whatever? And she's like, basically, again, saying, I'm just going to let it all play out in court. And Garcelle is like, no, I just feel like you don't want to look guilty because if you give it up, it may be where you look guilty. And she's like, I'm not guilty. I'm not saying you are guilty. I'm just saying that if you give it up, you may look guilty. Garcelle, if you know this, like, this is the second time she has said exactly that and exactly what it is. If you know that she'll look away, why are you pressing it? Let it go through the courts like she's saying. Like, I just don't understand why that's so hard for anybody to even, like, I know so many people were so mad at Erika about what she was saying. And yes, we're going to get to the fact that she went too far with the whole I don't care about nobody but myself and all that or whatever. And I just feel like, why don't y'all understand the fact that it's in court? It's an active court case right now. Why on earth would she, if they did not make her and tell her this has been found to be, something that was stolen, not stolen, but, something that was received with this money or whatever, give it back. Like, if she's not being told to do that by the court, I just wouldn't do it right now. Y'all don't know. Maybe when everything is over, she would be like, she could possibly be like, here's something for the victims. God damn it. This happens every time, y'all. Hold on. All right, so y'all can scratch everything I just said in terms of her possibly giving it to them afterwards, because she is saying, which I kind of still understand too, that she can't really call them victims. Everything is alleged right now. Like, she has to really watch her words, which, again, why she shouldn't be on the show. But, people are like, you're saying that there's no victims, and that's not what she said. Like, she's honestly trying to watch her words. And I'm not on her team in any way, you guys. I'm just saying I understand the whole legal process and what she's doing. I understand what she's saying. Does she go way too far in saying that she's only worried about herself and this and that? And, Kyle and the girls are like, oh my God. And Kyle's like, Erika, stop it. I can't defend you with this. Like, you have to stop. And again, Erika snaps off on Crystal, y'all. Did y'all notice she snapped off on Crystal? Did not snap off on Garcelle, though. She did not. She was looking at Crystal the entire time that she was going crazy and doing all that screaming or whatever. But she's so out of it that she's like, these bitches, and I don't care about these bitches, and I can stay here and argue all night with these bitches. And finally, you have her friends telling her that she's doing too much. And it's only because they're trying to protect her. Again, all up her ass or whatever. We got to get her out of here. We got to get her out of here. Like, Dorit tries to tell her that she's wrong and she should stop. She snaps off on Dorit. Again, another weak link. She snaps on Kyle. She snaps on all of them, which is why they're all scared of her and Garcelle is not. And she's the only one that she did not snap off on. But she again went way too crazy. Brenna's like, we gotta get her out of here. We're gonna go. We're gonna go. But the entire time she's telling her, come on, let's go, Erika's just like still talking. And I'm like, you need to tell her, shut up, shut up. We're gonna go. We're gonna go. Because girl, these cameras are rolling. Like, okay, it's fine if you want to let these girls know and you want to let them have it or whatever, but ma'am, the cameras are still here and you are doing way too much talking. So that is pretty much where the episode ends, with them taking her out. Now I always do this where I just kind of go off of what I remember and finalize things, but let me watch it again real quick and see if there's anything I left out before I wrap it up. Y'all see, I almost forgot the part where Kyle is trying to convince her that there are victims, and Erika's like, they're not my victims, and she's like, they are fucking and Kathy just says, Kyle, stop cursing, stop cussing, you know, and she's just like, cut it out. Oh my god. And Kyle is like, Kathy, but she stopped cursing. Ooh, y'all, so that is where it ends, basically, with Brenna, you know, trying to get them off. I forget who I watched. I did watch a review. I watched a couple of reviews, even though I try not to before I make my review, because I know that me and the people that I watch usually think a whole lot alike, so I don't want to repeat things, but it's fine. If I repeat something they say, I usually be like, okay, as such and such said. I'll cite my sources. But who said it? I'm always so forgetful. I can't remember who said it, but somebody said that she was walking. I think it was Color Me Pink again. She was like, Erika was walking out like she was one of the mob bosses or whatever. You know what? Fuck it. I would fight them bitches all night in the way she was walking, and she really was. But it was funny because Kyle and Kathy wasn't getting up to go. And I was like, are y'all staying? Y'all spending the night? Like, what's happening here? They literally just kept sitting there while everybody else was getting in the car going to Kyle's house. But Kyle was still there, unless it was editing. But, y'all, next week is going to be good because Rinna ain't shit. Like, for her to, Kathy was all happy that they had her tequila there, and for Rinna to go and be like, oh, I want to try my friend Kendall Jenner's 818, her tequila. You're going to drink the actual drink. And like Kathy said, you're going to do that shit in front of me. And like Kyle's not going to say anything. And I'm like, no, Kyle is giving them the go ahead to shit on you, Kathy. I'm sorry. Sorry, Kathy. I don't know what you did, but you did something to where Kyle is not caring anything about you right now. Like, so hopefully we'll find out what happens in terms of her not caring. Like, I don't understand how they got to this place. But anyway, thank you guys. If you are still here, you are the real MVP. If you have not already, please consider subscribing. It would be nice. Like the video, comment, subscribe. I actually do speak back with my my regulars and my newbies and everything. And shout out to my new subscribers. Thank you very much. We are so pleased to have you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches.